Good afternoon, dear viewers. James Braithwaite here, and welcome to possibly one of the most embarrassing cars I've ever tested, but there you go. It is a Nissan Micra C+C.
A 31-year-old father of two and right-wing political activist was killed at a university event in Utah on Wednesday.
So, yeah.
I want to follow your YouTube.
It's James Braithwaite.
Do the prayer for me. That said, you do some good content.
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Yep, that's me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you subscribe now. Subscribe it.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay, right. See you soon. Crikey, another fan. Anyway. It's forbiddingly hot in here. This is a chop-top convertible, the CC version. I've seen lots of people. I remember Richard Hammond driving one of these with a paper bag over his head. But in fairness, that was a pink one, so he must have stuck out a bit. And don't worry, that rattling's not from the car; it's from the irritating magic trees on the. The headroom in this isn't really that good. I don't know whether it's because the seat's quite low. I'd say this, compared with the, the solid top versions, the round, the big round roofs, this hasn't. Oh, I'd have been scraping my head across the line. I think it's when they try to make it into a roadster, they try to strake it back a bit. Can you imagine this as a 2+2 roadster? You'll forgive me if I don't. Let's go rush traffic again. That's a lot of mileage for a Micra, 120,000. And the engine sounds, a bit hairdryery, but it's far from the worst engine I've ever heard. And to be fair, the controls are quite easy to hand and to reach. Gear change, that's well sorted. Steering wheel mounted controls for the radio. Well, I think this is an aftermarket radio, so probably won't work with the current cable that's in it. As for refinements, it's got electric windows, mirrors, and of course an electric hood. I mean, I'd prefer, if I'm honest, a Peugeot 207 or 307cc to one of these, but these are just a bit too girly for my essentially call this a shop mobility GTI. As I say, the instruments are quite well to read. White dials on this, which is very nice. wouldn't bother putting anyone more than 2.5 feet high in the back though. This really is a 2+2 at best. So not only is it not as roomy or as practical as a hard top 3 or 5 door Micra, it's probably a bit noticeable for the wrong reasons. There you go. I could see this on a par with maybe a Suzuki SJ or something like that, you know, if it was in a sort of Club 1830 at least with this, you could, this is like the new driver midlife crisis, you know, because they've got such a small engine, and of course it's a convertible, so steps coming through the radio. If you play Black Sabbath in this, you will look a complete tool. Is very smooth in this actually, it has to be mentioned. Nissan certainly know how to make a properly riding vehicle. So this one's going to be knocking about for quite a long time yet. I remember the Micras before these, the K11 Micras. They, I nicknamed those the Nissan Cockroach because I mean they're small, they scuttle about, and almost nothing seems to kill the damn things. They're really good for rallycross and stock car racing. I mean, the Micras here probably have too much of a high centre of gravity to carry on with that tradition. It's a shame, really. There's that handbrake alarm. The handbrake for this feels quite loose. Maybe the cable is switched. High revving engine. got a good zing to it, so it's definitely inherited its town car qualities from a long lineage. Having said that, I certainly wouldn't take this on a long journey. Probably get a little bit cramped and a little bit hard on the backside, shall we say. Headrest feels a bit weird. Slight triangle of doom, as Ian Seabrook, aka Hubnut, would put it. The rear visibility actually isn't that brilliant, you know, because of the fact it's a chop-top convertible and there's next to no rear windscreen, and of course you have to acknowledge that this will have a saloon-like boot at the back, so it doesn't have parking sensors either. So you have to be very well aware of the fact that despite it's got the cab of a smart car in here, essentially, it's 2 or 3 feet longer at the back. So don't smack into anything when you reverse parallel parking. I certainly would advise taking a driving test in one of these. It's not a wallowy suspension, because that would just make you feel travel sick as well as slightly embarrassed. Over the Metrolink lines. This is the first ever convertible I've ever road tested. Hopefully it won't be the last. Okay, here's a look around it. See what I mean by the limited, if not non-existent, backspace? Anyway, can you feel embarrassed in a convertible? You can with a Nissan. See you in the next one. Hello, for now.